Sorry to Minnix, 1250 ESPN San Antonio, ESPNSA.com. Alongside Jason Minnix, I'm Ari Temkin, back in the studio in San Antonio. It's Johnny the Monument Campion, and we're not going to waste any of this man's time. Gil Brandt, Director of Player Personnel for the Dallas Cowboys for many, many, many years, a longtime scout of the NFL, joining us right now here on Ari and Minnix. And I guess we'll start off with this. You were hired by Tex Schramm. You worked with the Cowboys organization for a long time.
Well, I went to work before we actually had a team. Let me say it to you that way. It was kind of interesting. Tex called me one time, and I'd been working for the Rams, and he asked me, he said, I've got a job for you. And I started laughing. I said, Tex, I don't know anything about TV, because he had gone to work for CBS TV and put on the Winter Olympics at Squaw Valley in 1960. And so he said, no, we're going to have a football team. And with Tex, everything was always easy. He said, this will be really easy. And I was at the Chargers camp the last couple of days, and I reminded them how the Dallas Cowboys in 1960 signed the first-round pick of the Los Angeles Chargers, then who are now the San Diego Chargers, a player by the name of Jake Krauthamel from Dartmouth University. And what took place is that with Tex, as I said, it's always easy, always easy. The coach at Dartmouth, Bob Blackman, just go up there and everything will be good. And but what he didn't tell me about when I arrived at 19 Lime Road, that Frank Leahy, the former Notre Dame coach, who was the general manager of the Los Angeles Chargers, would be there because he was also trying to sign their first pick. And I won this highly competitive recruiting battle, and we paid $7,500, no bonus or anything like that. Well, wait a minute. And so I couldn't wait to get out of the house to call Tex and tell him we'd signed our first player. And when I did, his first reaction was, and Tex was always concerned about money. And he said, how much did we pay? And I said, $7,500. And he said, oh, my gosh. He said, I can't trust you. He said, we'll be out of business if we spend money. So, we've come a long way since the start of our franchise in 1960. And, one other thing that a lot of people don't know, you look at this schedule now, and you play at San Diego, you play at Oakland. In 1960, when we played 6 preseason games, we really played any place where they'd pay you $25,000. And we played on September 4th of 1960. We played in Pendleton, Oregon. It's the smallest city that a preseason game has ever been played in. And we played the Los Angeles Rams there, and had I think 11,000 people in this town that had 10,000 people. But the whole key of the thing was this: they did not have a stadium big enough to attract the crowd that they needed to. So what we did is we played in the Pendleton Roundup grounds the day after the Roundup finished.
Oh, and hopefully they cleaned up.
It was a little bit cleaned up, but and the interesting thing was, and I'll stop here in a second, but the interesting thing was one of the officials came in, Norm Schachter, and his words were, where do the officials dress? And the guy said, out there and shoot 27. He said, what? He said, yeah, that's where all the cowboys dress. And, he meant to be cowboys that ride horses in the rodeo. He said, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you.